Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of Ultimate Racing League's Manufacturers Trophy. We are here for our second of two races at Dragon Trail. The first race was a chaotic battle from start to finish. Go check out my videos if you want to go and watch that race in the Group 4 cars. We are back with the Group 3 cars, and it is a reverse grid race, so spoiler alert, if you are wanting to know who won, well, you're going to have to wait all the way to the back of the grid to find out who our winner from that first race was. Let's cue the music and let's go down the grid and introduce our challengers. So, starting in pole position is IQ-CW4. He didn't finish last on the track in the last race, so I'm not sure what happened. Hoyland actually finished a couple of laps down, but for whatever reason, IQ-CW4 has been promoted. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm calling him that, so he has renamed himself. He was the Saint, and we had two Saints, so very nice of him to change his name. And he will be starting from pole position on the medium tyres, hoping to use them to good effect to pull away from the hard tyre starting Hoyland in the Lexus, and another new livery. We will see lots of new liveries as we go up and down the grid. So we've got this Hugo Boss sponsored Lexus, and Hoyland having a few problems in that last race, having a few laps out and also a drive-through penalty, so he'll be looking to make the most of this and start from the front row on those hard tyres. He's in it for the win tonight. We then move back to Frank in his Mean Machine Nissan GTR, also going to be starting on the hard tyres as well. Bring up the second car on the front, on the second row. There's not really rows, is there, since it's a rolling start, but in fourth place is what I'm trying to say, is Carlsberg with his Aponius Carlsberg livery on the second of the two Lexus RCFs. I always appreciate that Tesco sponsor. Not a relation in any way. Not getting a fiver in my back pocket for that, but I do appreciate the Tesco sponsors. And he will also be starting on the mediums, by the way, so he'll be looking at Frank into turn one, I am sure of it. Then let's move back to the other Saint, who is still the Saint. He's going to be starting on hard tyres in his Logitech 911 RSR. Now we move back to one of our newcomers, so Smith, who finished in fifth and will be starting fifth in his Old Spice sponsored Corvette, and again starting on the hard tyres. Lots of people picking the hard tyres here. So it should be a frantic end to the race on the mediums. Talking of mediums, so we then have Hawkeye in the ever so cute Volkswagen Beetle on his medium tyres. And now we come to our podium from the last race. So a podium on his debut. Everyone give a big round of applause to Fazzy. And he will be debuting in this factory Corvette for tonight's Gr3 race. Let's wish him the best of luck, starting as everyone else is on the hard tyres, and makes a lot of sense when you're down this end of the grid. Our runner-up from the first race is Rufus, our host as well, having a season best second place for Rufus in the last race. Again, go watch the video to see how it all went. He now has the honour of starting second to last in this one. So are the rules of URL. Now we're going to do something very fancy. We're going to go through the car. Oh, we can do that to reveal our winner of the first race. Way! It's Isumi Dan. He's making a habit of starting last in the second races. He will be practicing his overtaking skills and a new livery, and I really like this one. I say I like them all, but check this out. It's got Union Jacks on the grille in the exhaust. I absolutely love it. So we'll be keeping an eye on that striking Team Sky sponsored Ferrari 296 on the hard tyres as he makes his way through. Without further waffle, we will get ourselves. And once again, it's ho 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 and away we go as IQC W4, that's a mouthful, brings us down into the first turn, humorously known as Osman Chicane. I don't count this as the first turn, and Hoyland is already making a move, already up the inside of IQC W4, and he's fell back slightly on the mediums, although, Hoyland getting all out of shape there, all out of shape. We've got Carlsberg bringing up third place on the mediums. Really, I said he would be having a look at Frank, and he frankly did. He didn't disappoint. Those mediums coming up to speed straight away. Let's watch, let's get a action replay as we go down into the first turn, and he seems to have got a jump there on Frank. So let's follow him from the nose camera. And there's Frank. Frank just runs ever so slightly wide, and he just goes, thank you very much. Let's watch the pack behind. Everybody keeping it clean, but Smith getting squeezed out in the background there. So Smith under pressure, and Fazzy. Is it a bad start for the Corvettes? Well, he's trying to do something very brave on that rumble strip out there. These are not the GR4 cars. They can't take that rumble strip. The traction control doing its thing there. And the two Corvettes running nose to tail here, although not for long, because it's Sumi. Dan's got other plans. Dan has a plan, and that plan is to win this race, and he's already off to a fantastic start, making his way up to 7th. Let's go back as well and watch the start from Dan's perspective. Let's see how he gained those places. So we're going to go on board, we're going to keep an eye on Rufus and see what happened to him as well. So Dan warming his tyres up there slightly as well. These hard tyres do take a couple of corners to come in, braking nice and early at the start of the rumble strip, and Rufus missing the apex. He switches to the inside, race driver instincts there, almost gets out of shape on the back of Smith there. Just needed to be throwing it over the inside. He could have had another place there, but maybe he's just going to pick his way through now, because he's seeing a bit of chaos in front, and Rufus almost into the back of him there. Yes, there he is. He's up into 8th place, but he wastes no time in getting past Smith here, round the outside into the S's. Oh, what an opportunistic move. That was choreographed. That was like ballet on 4 wheels, that was. Real pretty. And Fazzy now having a look at going down into Dragon's Tooth for the first time, and the Saint gets hung out to dry like my dirty washing, and it's Sumi Dan following through as well. Fazzy just holding on there. He knows that you won't be able to get past through this corner unless you're a moron. There's absolutely no way to get through the death chicane, especially in Group 3 cars. But Dan doing exactly the right thing. Dan is no moron. He knows exactly what he's doing. And is he going to go for a double overtake? Is he going to go for double overtake here? Yes, 2 cars for the price of 1. It's Tesco's special deal this weekend. Oh, and Frank just can't live with the power of that machine. And I see IQ CW4 taking what I assume will be a drive-through penalty as everyone makes it across the line. No safety car yet. Fazzy battling, it's Sumi Dan. Fazzy just saying, no, your double overtake doesn't impress me, I'm going to come back at you. Oh, and they've collided, and Dan's got out of it. Good man, Dan. I don't know who's to blame there, but just a racing incident maybe. Let's go back and just have a look at exactly how Fazzy got this run on Dan. So Fazzy is up the inside of Saint there. I think maybe Fazzy inadvertently touched Saint. I said Saint, sorry, Frank. But just a racing incident, I think. There was nothing in that contact. And yes, it just gives Fazzy a nice run. I'll pick a camera angle, I promise. They're side by side. And then Carlsberg just blocks him in. Oh, and I just see the contact there was down on Carlsberg. Oh, and and it's a bit of teamwork there, because Carlsberg was about to have a horrible spin. Let's just go back and watch this. We'll watch this from this camera angle. I'll pick a camera, and boom, there you go. So Dan just in too deep on the apex. and then that horrible serrated curb, and he was about to spin it into the Larini barriers, but Fazzy did something very intelligent there of overtaking and preventing a crash at the same time. Very impressive. But Itsumi Dan already up into 4th place here, so Dan's done 60% of the hard work already. He's lining up Carlsberg going into the next corner. Carlsberg on the mediums though, so this one will be a bit harder. And yeah, Carlsberg, going deep. So we're going to see now whether Dan can get a run here. Is he going to get a run on him? Oh, he is, but he's on the... Oh, good save. Oh, Dan. Oh, that is that is a David Seaman level save, that is. And we've got a bit of a sandwich going on here, not for the first time in this league. Carlsberg coming out the victor, and Rufus now having a look, getting past Smith into, don't often see an overtake, into, we're going to call it death in. Oh, big crash. This could be a safety car, I don't know, because it is the second lap, whether we're going to go for a safety car or not. Let's see. So what exactly happens? It looks like Fazzy, he's got the tractor himself here, so this must be a mistake. Oh, and actually it's Hoyland having a mistake in front of him, and then almost a sympathy mistake from Hazy. So the track gets blocked, the cars get ghosted out, so we don't have massive foul ball collisions in Gran Turismo, and that promotes Dan into 1st place, and I presume Carlsberg into 2nd. So Hoyland now facing the wrong way with a mouthful of Tech Pro barrier. He's going to get the car going again, and Fazzy's got the car going again as well. I don't know if that's going to be a safety car. That's up to our race director, and that's not me. So Itsumi Dan now with the lead and hard tyres. He's just got to hold off a hard charging Carlsberg, who will be on the mediums. And Rufus also following Dan all the way up to the front of the grid as well. So we'll see whether Rufus has got the pace that he was demonstrating earlier. Who is it who's off in the background? It is Frank. Frank having all the bad luck this afternoon, and he's going into the pits, but that is too early. I don't think he'll make the end. Let's see what's happening down at the other end of the grid. So we've got Hoyland, who's recovering and fighting against IQCW4. Get used to saying that. Oh, and that is a punt and a half there. So we were at the right place at the right time here. So these, yeah, you can't go side by side through there, boys. You can't. I would say I need to watch that from another angle, but I'm thinking that might be on IC, whatever it is, IQCW4. Sounds like a postcode. I don't know how postcodes work in Sweden, but that does sound like a postcode to me. So how did it start? So it started, I'm guessing Hoyland's getting too close to the inside there. And then we get a good run here. But you've got to be further alongside than this, I think. My unbiased opinion is IQ had the corner there. Look at that. I think he had the corner. He was mirrors in front, and Hoyland was on the outside there. But I think what's really ruined it for him is just that ICQ got that really... I keep saying his name wrong. IQC got that really nasty bobble on the bump there, and inadvertently forced Hoyland out wide. I think both drivers can learn from that one. All right, I'm gonna not bring it down now. I don't want to bring the stream down or anything like that, but I think both drivers would learn from that. That there's certain places where an overtake is really high risk, and that's one of them. But that said, I think if I was IQC, I would be protesting my innocence to the stewards there, saying, look, I had the inside, I had a run on him, he knew that he had a bad exit. Meanwhile, not worrying about any of this is Dan. The only thing he's worrying about is how to take the death chicane, and that was really nice. I wish I could take it as fast as that in my Ford GT. I was really struggling on the hard. Rufus now having a good look at Carlsberg. Impressive, because Rufus is on hard tyres. He will struggle to get a good exit here, and I really said that perfectly there, because he got a power slide on the exit. I think traction control doing the heavy lifting again for Rufus right there. Smith not in 5th. Smith is in 4th. He's improved on his last race, and holding. As we see Rufus going very deep into the second apex there. That's not the fastest way around there, but I don't want to comment because my driving was pretty questionable myself on my stream. Don't watch my stream of my race, because you'll see lots of mistakes. And Fazzy slowing down. Has Fazzy got technical problems, or is he letting someone go? I think he's having technical problems. We've seen quite a few technical problems in these races, and Fazzy has become one of them, unfortunately. Yeah, then down at the back, so we've got Hoyland having going from 2nd to last, unlucky, and he's some way off the back of the field as well. Yeah, that's really bad luck for Hoyland. Keep your chin up, my friend, and better days will come. Fazzy seems to be cruising round, and meanwhile, battles going on. So Carlsberg's now pulled a gap on Rufus, and Dan not feeling the heat too much here. As we see that predominantly Tesco liveried Carlsberg machine going around the track there. Oh, power sliding on the way out there. So easy to do, but it'll cost him down the straight now. Can Rufus take advantage? Well, he's not close enough really to take advantage, but he will be really able to sniff the exhaust of Carlsberg by the end of this straight. So you can see their speeds matching each other. And he's just going to try and get into this apex. That's a bit better, much better. Although having to get out of it on the second one, it's a real challenge taking that second part of the chicane there, because of the undulation. It goes over a crest, and yeah, not taking the kink flat out either. That's like the second death corner here. Oh, getting all out of shape on the rumble strip as well. So these are the things that these drivers need to focus on and practice if you want to join the top leagues. The main differences are really consistency and keeping it going on the track at all times. I'm very impressed by some of the driving I have seen, especially, I don't want to have favourites at this stage in the championship, but I think Dan has got a bright future. Very rarely see him make any mistakes. Not seen him miss a braking zone so far. So that's what you need to do. That is the standard, and you know, everyone will find a way to get better. On Rufus in the barrier there, and I think I've just seen Smith in the barrier as well. Really difficult corner, that the death chicane, especially in GR3 machines. So let's find some action, because the cars seem to be very spread out now. We are on lap 5, and the fuel situation looks like these cars are actually burning some fuel this race. We've got quite a long race ahead of us here with 18 laps. It will be about a half an hour race. So getting your value for money tonight for your subscriber fee. No, everything's free, obviously. What's Fazzy up to? So Fazzy should be able to come back from 8th place. The lap times he's been doing have been reasonably quick. It's just, you see, 1:42.7, pretty good lap. But just really struggling with, I think, some kind of controller issue. Oh, you don't want to be clouting that curb. Very lucky to have scooped that together there. And then we've got Frank and Hoyland at the rear. Has Dan got the fastest lap? Yes, he has. 1:40.998. Pretty decent pace. Although this lap he's fallen back 1 second, so he must have made a mistake. I've jinxed him. I've been bigging him up too much, and he must have made a mistake because he's 1 second off his best this lap. I'm not going to go back and see where that was, but he'll know. He'll know. Talking of losing a second, so Rufus lost a second on the last lap. We saw that happen. That was just hitting the barrier, which will reduce your speed down the straight. And Rufus becomes the first person to pit. That I wouldn't recommend. I don't think he's going to be able to get 12 laps out of a fuel tank. But I think that slightly different compared to the League One racing, so he might get away with it if he's lucky. The tyre wear shouldn't be as much of an issue. Talking of tyre wear, so on the medium runners, so Hawkeye, it's not too bad. Those will definitely do another 7 laps, no problems. So it's really just a fuel limited race, well, if you want to check out a tyre wear, then always go to Carlsberg. He seems to use a lot more of the tyres than the others, and I'm not sure why that is, whether it's the car or whether it's the driving. But you can see there, if we toggle back to the levels, you can see he's used a lot more than the other medium runner, Hawkeye. And we have the other medium runner is Saint, isn't it? Did I accidentally... No. Saint's pitted. Saint's pitted. I was about to say, did I accidentally get that wrong in the grid walk? But no. He's pitted early as well. So the drivers must be confident. Has he pitted? He's done a 2-minute lap. But he doesn't appear to have any... I'm just going to pause it and I'm just going to go back and see what happened. He pitted and forgot to put any fuel in. Oh dear. Oh dear. So what's he doing here? He jinks across the line right at the last minute, avoiding a penalty just by the hair on his chin. But yes, he must forget to put fuel in. Yes, he did. Oh dear. He's on a 2-stop whether he wants to or not, and I think he's realised his mistake because he's short shifting already. Let's see if he short shifts out of Osman. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I'm going to keep calling it Osman now just so I can make jokes about it. We've got IQ CW4 who's actually on a decent drive here. Actually, he's managed to hold on to 5th place on the medium tyres, and Rufus, having made his pit stop, is now down in 6th place. He'll be loving those medium tyres. Once you've survived a few laps on hards, the mediums feel so great. And did I just see... Yes, I see a yellow flag, and I see damage on Smith's car. Smith has been in the barriers. Let's go back and laugh at him. He's been really in the barriers. What's he done then? And just a snap of oversteer, and then you hit that inside barrier. If you're going to crash, it's better to crash into the left one than the right one. And then we're just having a bit of an Austin Powers recovery. Oh, unlucky. You'll not be the only one, Smith. You'll not be the only one. And the good news is that the nanotechnology in these cars mean that they do repair it themselves as well. So he just has to stay out now, and that front bumper will magically repair itself. This gives IQC a chance to catch up, and we see Smith actually bailing into the pits. He has actually used a ton of fuel as well. That Corvette is a thirsty beast. As we just go on board now with Saint, who is having a good look at Frank. See those brake discs glowing. Those front brakes really doing a lot of work on that car. Saint has decided that he better put some fuel in then. So making another pit stop. I would have kept out. So you might as well just minimise the tyre wear. But no, he's going to make a stop. Is he going to put the right tyres on though? Everyone's just staring at the car. No tyres going on. Yep, they've taken the tyres back in. They've gone, well, sod you then. We're not going to put no tyres on. We're on strike. And there we go. He's taken his additional pit stop, and behind him we've got Fazzy, who's got a pit stop penalty. Let's see how he got it. Did he just leave it too late to pit? Ooh, I don't think he left it too late to pit. I think he accidentally drifted into the pits, but he did need to, because that car, yes, it's the other Corvette, and it is incredibly thirsty. Look at that. It's used all of its fuel. All of those American horses all drinking at the same time. Good job gas is cheap in America, isn't it? Meanwhile, we go back to the leader. So it's Amy Dan doing his thing. The graphics on the right are not trustworthy. He has not pitted 4 times. He's fast, but he ain't that fast. By the way, in second place is that helicopter in the background. Late addition to the race. It is trying to win, but Sumi Dan is too fast for the helicopter as well. Our actual second place is Carlsberg. And if the Corvette is heavier on its fuel, well then I think this Lexus must be heavy on its tyres, because the mediums are looking very second-hand. He just about keeps it in the lines. No penalty, I don't think, for him. No, ooh, I don't know. We'll see. Just noticed his time's gone red, and I've noticed it Sumi's Dan's has gone red as well. Yeah, we'll have to see if any of these guys got penalties, but they are refueling now as the staff stand idling by, not daring to move, because that's how you refuel a car apparently. And that promotes Hawkeye into the lead. Let's see if Dan has got a penalty. He hasn't. And neither has Carlsberg. Oh, and we've got a battle on here. So Carlsberg coming out behind Rufus tyres to get the undercut. So Rufus up into a net second place now once all of the pit stops are done. And I could swear I heard skidding noises in the background there, but I don't know. So as we come through Dinara corner, named after the mountains in the background, those mountains, right on cue, good cameraman. We watch going down the S's. Carlsberg keeping it very neat and tidy there. That is exactly how you take the S's. And then you want to be full throttle all the way down the hill. That's exactly what he did, and that's not what I did in my race. Just don't watch it. Don't watch my race. So this is, I was about to say, this is a really horrible corner, and Carlsberg proves it. Really easy to lock a front brake into the Dragon's Tooth. Let's watch him as he goes for the first time on hard tyres through the death chicane. Nice and cautious, and to be honest, that's what I was doing as well. So we've got IQCW4 making his pit stop. So the message has got through from the pit wall this time that you need to pit. The fuel light was on anyway, so he will be putting on the hard tyres, I assume. And then we've got Rufus hunting down Dan, it must be said. Rufus with the fastest lap, and we haven't really got a benchmark from Dan to compare against yet, because he hasn't done a full racing lap on these tyres. But Rufus is about to be ruthless. And look at how much curb he's running. He's to the inside. He's really fancying this, and it's great to see someone challenging Dan this weekend. Come on, Rufus. Oh, I'm rooting for you. I'm not allowed to have favourites, am I? I just want chaos. I want carnage. That's what I want. And Rufus keeping it quite neat and tidy there as well. I think, yeah, I was about to say Dan's got a bit of a gap on him just there, maybe gained a tenth or two through the S's. And Dan, you're really using the full track width as well. Who's going to get on the power smoother? Well, it's hard to tell unless we've got a picture-in-picture side by side. But Rufus also on for a fastest lap again, 2 laps in a row. He's really coming alive here, and ooh, just about holding on. But let's see if that's cost him anything. So what we'll do is we will take a snapshot of the top speed of the cars. So it was 154, I believe. 150 from Rufus. So yes, Dan gaining down the back straight there as Rufus was all wiggling that back end of that rear-engined Porsche. It's actually, I think, classed as mid-engined, isn't it? But we all like to make the jokes about Porsche putting the engine in the back, and yes, it cost him 8/10. Hawkeye makes his pit stop, so he'll be onto the hard tyres now, and Smith will be hoping to come out of the pits in front. I think it's going to be close, actually. Yeah, it is going to be close. Here he comes, and there he is, Hawkeye taking 4th place and Smith in 5th. That is going to be the catchphrase for now, but Smith's tyres up to temperature, and there are also mediums as well. Is he going to get him? Yes, he's got him. First opportunity. Good move. So Smith no longer 5th. And the Lord said come 4th, and Smith did come 4th. Yeah, he was 1 step closer to the podium, wasn't he? Let's see what Rufus is up to. So Rufus has lost a bit of his momentum now. Can see that gap increasing to Dan. Let's go on board with him as he goes through the death chicane. Taking a very late line through there, but it doesn't really matter. And then hooking up that inside. And he just scraped the barrier with his back end. You saw the revs dip. That'll cost him by the end of the straight. Let's see what his end of straight speed is down here. And yeah, it's even